Alright, 3, 2, 1. What's good, people? Welcome back to the show, number one podcast show in the UK, London Boy Podcast. It's your boy Vinny, we're back, and I'm with my boy David. What you say, my guy?
Hey, we're gonna be the number one, number one. I'm good, man. What about you?
Yeah, bro, number one, fam. Yeah, I'm great, fam. Like, we're back, and we're gonna take over this podcast space, innit?
Yeah, we're back and we're better than ever.
Yeah, better than ever, trust me. So, let's not waste too much time, yeah. The topic of today is we're gonna be discussing depression and anxiety. David, when you hear those words, yeah, what comes to your mind?
Well, first of all, when it comes to sort of like anxiety or depression, let's start off with anxiety first of all.
Yeah, but before we go ahead, yeah. Obviously, when people hear that title, it's a bit taboo nowadays, isn't it, to talk about this stuff?
Well, it's more commonly spoken about.
You reckon?
Yeah, because my Emma, for example, we had to do a bunch of these courses on how to deal with mental health and how to recognize people's sort of mental health and when to sort of advise them or help them.
Okay, so it's becoming more. People are becoming more aware of it then.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, but. Yeah, let me just put a quick disclaimer first, yeah. We're not fucking psychiatrists, yeah. We're not specialists. We're just people talking about real life experience, you feel me? Like, this is going to be about shit I've been through and about shit you've been through, innit? So, we're not no fancy psychiatrists. We're just talking from real life, innit?
Yeah. I agree with me that when the words come sort of anxiety, it comes with sort of negative mindset, negative sort of things that happened to me in the past, and I can think of all the sort of cringe and embarrassing moments I've had in my life.
Yeah.
But it's made me into who I am now, and when I do go and do stuff, for example, I put myself in a deep end, and do something that I've never done. Care. I just sort of get on with it. I don't my anxiety is kind of sort of just gone.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I still get sort of nervous for some kids and all of this. Yeah. I'm not gonna be some stone faced get on with everything. I still get nervous a little bit, but it's a lot less than it was when I was 18, 19 or whatever.
Yeah.
20. Now I'm sort of just okay, well, if you don't fucking like me, then whatever.
Yeah. Now you just go 70s on the M-way.
Yeah, basically with life, that's 70s and now on the motorway. So yeah, just and I with depression as well. Yeah, sometimes I do get a little bit down with stuff, but at the end of it, there's always someone that's going through a worse situation than you.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
So I know someone where their brother got into a serious car accident.
Fuck.
And, it smashed up their skull and all of this, in the cold. And their mom is having
breathing
problems and all of this stuff.
No.
The whole family's basically in hospital.
Shit, they're going through it.
Yeah, and I can be complaining about my life and saying, it's not as perfect as I want it to be. But I hear someone else's life.
Someone's always got it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm why bitch and complain about my life when there's always going to be someone situation?
Bro, there's someone that has it 10 times worse than me, 10 times worse than you, man. You know. let me just get started, yeah, properly. We're gonna start off with anxiety, yeah. So with anxiety, it's basically the fear of the future. So when people feel anxious, it's because they're anticipating the future. They're worried about tomorrow. They're worried about what's gonna happen, you know. And that's why you get like a tighten, like, for example, for me, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I walk around my head high, fam. Like, I get like a tightening sensation in my chest, bro. That's when I get anxious. And it becomes like a physical thing, and it might affect you physically, right? And just a little, talking about from my experience, right? Because I can only talk for myself. I've had it since primary school, fam. Like, it probably started off with being bullied in primary school. That's what probably started it. And then it went from bullying to then just triggering. Other triggers like worrying about school, worrying about detention, worrying about, is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? And then secondary school is the same thing. You're just constantly worried, and like, it didn't help where I grew up. Like, you're constantly looking over your shoulders, you're worrying you might get robbed, you're worrying about this, that, the other. And I feel that's basically what anxiety has done to me. It's just made me more of a worrisome person. Like, I've become like more chilled out and thicker skinned over time, but I feel like it's always lingers in the background like a bad smell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you? What's your experience in that with it?
I was gonna say, with your sort of experience, it's just time. You just have to deal with it over time. Like, you get better and better and better as you go. So, yeah. With me, like with anxiety, I used to get it a little bit.
Yeah.
And because I'm quite tall, especially when I was like at school, for example, everyone would look at me for like attention, or like I basically stand out of the crowd. Yeah,
you stand out like a sore thumb, bro.
Yeah, and a lot of people sort of like at me and expect me to do something, or be like funny or say something or whatever.
Yeah.
This is at school, and sometimes I just wanted to be quiet and just blend in, and just get on with my business and that. Yeah. And yeah, that was one thing that sort of made me very anxious when I was younger. And then sort of like having sort of like doubt of future. Of like, oh, what's gonna happen if I do this or do that?
Yeah.
If I say the wrong thing to this person, what do all of that stuff. And again, I don't really. It's my life, you know. Like, I'm just living my life, and if I say, no one's gonna kill me if I say the wrong thing. Yeah?
Exactly.
We're not living in North Korea. Yeah? We're not going to say you're gonna get chopped off or go into some prison.
Yeah, it ain't communism though, yeah.
Yeah, it ain't communism.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be opinionated, and I'll just say. Nowadays, I just say what the fuck I want to say.
Yeah, you say a bit too much though sometimes.
Well, it's just it's what comes off my head, and I'm not afraid to say stuff.
Yeah. And if people don't like it, I can suck their mum's pum pum though, yeah.
Basically, it's just no one's gonna kill you for saying something could be opinionated on, right?
Yeah, of course.
And it's like, for example, with one of my old jobs, right? So some of my friends tell me like, oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could be like you, David. And with this scenario at one of my jobs, I basically didn't like the job. The people were kind of sort of like assholes to deal with. The situation was just annoying to deal with. The guy that owned the business was an asshole as well. And I just told him straight. I was like, I'm not going to be working for your business.
Is this the design job that I saw? The one that I saw, the office?
The one for the office?
The one that the place, it's next to me type of thing.
The one that's next to you.
Yeah, is it the one that was local to me, or is it the one with the racist people?
The one with the racist people.
Okay.
Yeah. So the one with the racist people, I told them you've got this problem, you've got this problem. I don't want to deal with any of this, and I'm just going to leave. I packed up my stuff. Told them, I was like, boom, gone. And I just told them all the issues that they had, and I'm not afraid of some guy that owns the business. Yeah, I just told him straight.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna pull out a gun and just blow my head up.
You never know.
You never know.
I'm joking. The likeliness for that.
Yeah, the likeliness.
Yo, my guy.
But he listened to me, and I don't know if they made changes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, like you're right. I feel like even in school I was the same. Like you're too worried about what people are gonna say to your opinion that you just choose to keep quiet. And I was like that a lot. Like I was the quiet kid of the class. I was very shy growing up, and it would probably stems from that fear of being judged, like for saying something, And like you said, like we're living in the 21st century. Like the likeliness of getting killed for saying something is quite low.
Yeah.
So like you said, what's the worst case scenario that could happen?
Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna say like everything that's on my mind. Sometimes I just do keep stuff sort of like to myself.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to sort of like friendship, relationships, family. I keep some stuff to myself. I don't feel sort of like afraid to say or be a certain way,
Yeah, man. And like what you were saying about you had no fear if the guy was the manager or the boss or whatever, yeah. I feel like these days, like people walk around with like inferiority complexes or superiority complexes, bruv.
Yeah, sometimes you need to put them back into reality,
Yeah, like people need a reality check sometimes, bruv.
I'm not saying to go like ballistic. Everyone's listening, yeah. I'm not saying to go like to your manager that you hate, hero horror or some shit, yeah. Like just talk sort of like in a professional way.
Yeah.
I don't like what you're doing. I don't like the company. I don't like this. I don't like that. And you'll be fine.
Yeah, but it's like what I said about having too many people have too many complexes in their head, yeah. Bro, it's like I don't like the nature of the business I deal with. It's like I deal with people from all backgrounds, rich, middle class, upper class, working class, lower class, yeah. Bro, I speak to everyone on the same level, man. Like I don't treat no one differently because they're different, you know what I mean? It's even, I think, remember I told you, like, I met a footballer through work, yeah. See, bro, the guy, I spoke to him the same level I speak to a normal person, bro. I ain't gonna idol worship someone because they have money, bro. Get out of here, fam,
Yeah, and that's true as well. Like, especially when it comes to sort of people with like a certain amount of fame or power.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't sort of, you shouldn't just feel afraid to be opinionated or...
Not opinionated, just be yourself, innit?
Yeah.
Bruv, just walk around, be yourself, hold your head high, fam, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I feel that's what a lot of young people sort of go through. They're kind of sort of like worried about sort of like their school friends or classmates, sort of like judging them and all of that stuff,
Bro, and the thing, bro, I see people our age operate like that as well, man.
Yeah, it's from school times, I guess.
That's all the programming in school, bro. It makes you, they're trying to mold you a certain way, and then, you become locked. They lock you in a box, basically,
Yeah. And like with, are we talking about anxiety?
Anxiety.
Okay. Well, I've got something to say about depression.
Alright, cool. Let me just wrap it up on anxiety. So, in terms of like getting over anxiety, One thing that I've realized that's the best thing to have is to have priorities, isn't it?
Yeah, that's another one as well.
Yeah, like once you have your priorities straight, you don't really have time to overthink, because all the other bullshit is just bullshit. It doesn't matter, you know. Like if you're saying like, oh, all I'm gonna care about is caring for my family, getting this money, and getting shit done. You're not gonna have time to worry about, oh, what does he think? What does she think? Oh, what's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen there? Like, as long as you're keeping busy, you got your priorities straight. Yeah, like you don't have time to give a fuck about shit that doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah, it's the same with like phones and like social media.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, they get very anxious when it comes to sort of like, oh, so and so doesn't like my photo, so he's not interested in me anymore. Or the same vice versa if it's like a guy that wants a girl's attention or whatever.
Yeah.
I think so. So it's all of this stuff, right? Social media, the way that we live nowadays as well. So
bro, it's messed up, fam.
Like, everything needs to be like now. I want this, I want that. Like, if you don't like this, your class is weird. If you're not watching the latest thing, your class is untrendy, or whatever. You know, like. Yeah, like some of the stuff. So there's like a TV show from a few years ago called Black Mirror.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know about it. Yeah, it's been out. The last like episode, the last season was like 3 years ago. Yeah. And everyone that I've spoken to, like they said, oh yeah, I've watched that. That's such a good show. I remember that from back in the such a good show. And then like, oh, have you seen this show? And then like, for me, I don't watch stuff on Netflix. I don't have the attention span to watch like 3 seasons. Yeah.
Bro, your attention span is fucking YouTube Shorts, fam. I'm joking.
Seconds, and that's,
yeah.
No, honestly, my attention span's quite bad. But like, it's like everything needs to be quick. Nowadays, and I kind of sort of get into that bad habit as well. So I'm like, okay, I want something to be quick, and then people don't give me their attention or whatever, I'll move on to the next person or whatever, you know.
But like what you mentioned about social media, bro, that brings a lot of anxiety as well, bro, because you like all of these images and these trends and all this stuff, it's just blasted in your face, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I've deactivated my account many times over the last year because I just needed a detox, bro. Because like sometimes it can get too much, you know.
Yeah, especially when it takes up a lot of your time.
Yeah.
As well.
And then that time could be used towards living your best life, you know.
Yeah. So for example, like I was having a chat with one of my workers today.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people, they get distracted by sort of like social media and all of this
stuff,
right? And they're on there for hours and hours and hours, and then they get stressed and anxious and depressed because they don't have enough time to do
what they need to do. Yeah.
Because they're distracted from social media and looking at what everyone else is doing. Yeah. Another thing, sort of like time management.
Yeah.
People sort of get stressed and anxious over time management, and then they're like, oh, I'm getting older and older and older, causing me to be depressed because I'm not achieving what I need to achieve.
Yeah.
I'm getting distracted by X, Y, and Z. Yeah, it's just a big old mess of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, last thing, we're gonna sum up the anxiety section of it. The last thing I'd say is like, people, don't be afraid to just deprogram yourself, you know. It's like have you ever been on holiday? Yeah, you go, I don't know, where your family's from, Antigua, right? So you go to Antigua, you're there for